What's good, Pioneer people? I am Bryant Cook, and today we will be playing Sheoldred, Lotus Combo, and Pioneer! All that cool stuff. But before we get to that, I would like to thank our brand new sponsor, Metallic Dice Games. Level up your game with a dice set from Metallic Dice Games. They make high quality dice and dice accessories in a variety of sizes, colors, and materials. Visit metallicdicegames.com to get yours today, and make sure to use promo code STORM10 at checkout. Make sure you use that code at checkout. That is how success will be tracked. You can go to that link using the link in the pinned comment down below, or check out the description. Both of those links are tracked, so that way Metallic Dice Games knows that they came from our channel. So thank you if you decide to support us. They are on a temporary sponsorship, so our success of the first month dictates how long this contract will go. So if you're looking to get some dice, please do so. It would really help us out. Well, enough shilling and all that good stuff. Why don't we talk about Sheoldred, the brand new card from Dominaria United. Alright, so what does Sheoldred actually do? Sheoldred, the Apocalypse, is 2 generic mana and 2 black, so 4 total mana for a legendary creature. It is a Phyrexian Praetor, 4/5 with Death Touch. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. Well, why is this good? And what is it replacing? Why don't we start there? So it's actually replacing niv-mizzet, which has been our win condition the last 6 months or so. And the way that niv-mizzet works is that we cast spells like Hidden Strings or Pore over pages, and that triggers niv-mizzet, and then we draw a card. Whenever we draw a card, niv-mizzet deals 1 to an opponent, which is actually the opposite of Sheoldred. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. So the first card that's missing from this deck list is actually Valakut Awakening, because we don't need to use it to win with niv-mizzet. Instead, today we'll be playing the 4th copy of Valakut Recovery and an extra mana confluence to support the card Wish, which is how we're actually getting to the point where we can cast Sheoldred. Alright, so we don't need Valakut Awakening anymore. Well, how do we force our opponent to draw cards? We play 4 copies of Peer into the Abyss in our 75, so we target the opponent. They'll draw half their deck, lose half their life, and then lose 2 life for each card they draw. I'm pretty sure that's going to get them dead. Or we hope so, at least. So why is this good? I don't know if it actually is, if I'm being honest. So this has been asked for in every single video I've published this week. There's been at least one person going, when are you going to upload Sheoldred and Lotus Combo? I appreciate all of you, but sometimes you're pretty relentless. That's really all I've got to say about it. I'm not trying to be mean here, but I will upload videos when I'm ready, and there's always a queue of stuff to record. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but geez. So with Peer into the Abyss, you target your opponent, and if they kill the Sheoldred in response, you just drew your opponent half their deck. That's pretty brutal, especially if they're playing counterspells too. So with niv-mizzet, people always think that Niv is actually weak to removal. I would argue that's actually just not true, because if your opponent's holding open removal for niv-mizzet, you can always respond with the 2nd copy of Valakut Awakening. That is not possible with Peer into the Abyss because it's a sorcery. So you sort of have to do a lot of work to set up Sheoldred. You can either tap your opponent's lands with Hidden Strings, or you can cast Thought Distortion. Those are really the 2 ways you want to set up protecting Sheoldred. The idea of why you would want to play Sheoldred is that Sheoldred is supposedly better against aggro decks, and that way you're leveling up a bad matchup. I would actually argue that niv-mizzet is better at leveling up bad matchups, because Niv is good against decks like Spirits. If you're looking to be good against aggro, we have 3 copies of March of Swirling Mist as well as a Fry in the sideboard, so those should shore up the aggro matchups on their own. In fact, the last video I uploaded, I believe the only matchup I lost to was Boros, and I just never drew March, unfortunately. So I don't know if Sheoldred is actually what we're looking for here, but people wanted to see it. I'm going to give them what they want, because I really do want to give the fans what they want to watch. So today we're playing Sheoldred. I'm not actually convinced it's better than niv-mizzet, but I figured I could record it anyway. So I think Sheoldred is actually worse against aggro decks, or worse against your bad matchups, and worse against control. I don't know if she's actually better, but let's find out today. That's her main goal. Another upgrade from Dominaria United was Impulse. It's replacing Shimmer of Possibility. If you look at our deck list, we have Vizier of the Tumbling Sands, Thespian Stage, Otawara, and Boseiju as effects that are useful on the opponent's turn. I don't think holding open mana for Impulse is actually going to be a net positive in this deck. That said, instant over sorcery is still probably better, so we should just be playing Impulse. That's really all I have today. If you have any thoughts, questions, suggestions, whatever, you know what to do. Put those in the comment section down below. But without any further ado, I'd like to head on over to match number 1. I hope to see you there. And remember, use Storm 10 at checkout for Metallic Dice games. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, exclusive members only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, early access to videos, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, such as theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Alright, welcome to the first match. We're on the draw. Having double Grazer when we only have one land is not ideal, because if you're unfamiliar with this deck, while the back half of Balagad Recovery is a land, you're not actually allowed to put it into play off Grazer. They have a turn 1 Dread Wanderer, so we do have a couple blockers here, which is nice. Draw, not a land. I'm going to just play out the Balagad Recovery. I could play out the Grazer as a blocker, but I want to prioritize playing the Sylvan Scrying on the second turn to go get a card we want. So it could be Lotus Field. We also have the Wish to go get Lotus Field, so I'm not sure how we want to handle that, but it's just something to consider. All right, so the Dread Wanderer is going to get in. We'll follow the 18 life. And they're passing. Draw. Once again, not a land. Okay. Let's just go get the Lotus Field, I think. We could have gotten Thespian stage because the Wish can get Lotus Field, but we don't have a red source, so I don't think you're supposed to be playing with that. Our opponent casts Liliana of the Veil. Good thing I have these dead Boreal Grazers in my hand. We will discard a Grazer here. Plenty of dead cards. They discard a second copy of Mutavault. I imagine we're taking 2 here and going to 16. Ouch. Alright, take another draw. Pour over pages. Float a couple mana, play a Lotus Field. I think I'm actually going to just pass here. So I could try to cycle Vizier into a spell. I feel like that's a little bit wasteful, because if I draw into the Thespian stage, I can actually try to win the game on my turn. So instead I want to save this Grazer to discard to the Liliana. 3 cards in the opponent's hand. They plus the Lily, we will discard another Grazer. They discard Urborg. Paying costs. Politis, a card I don't care about. Alright, we're going to go to 14 here. Ouch. Come on, Thespian stage. Draw. Okay, let's cycle this Vizier. Untap. Draw. It's a land, but not one that I wanted. Guess I'll play the Ketria Triome. So I can go to 4 mana, play Brawl. Hidden Strings. Yes, yes. No. And then let's cast a Pore over pages. This does not make any mana. It's just a free draw 3. Alright, discard that. Cast another Pore. Impulse. Discard the Forest, I guess. 4 floating mana at the moment. Let's cast the Impulse. For another Impulse. Let's look at our sideboard. Is there anything good I can do here? I don't believe so. Let's cast Impulse. Adawara. I feel like I'm pretty far away at the moment from being able to win, that is. And I just have to pass the turn. Unfortunate. So our opponent can tick down the Liliana if they choose. And if they do, I have to sacrifice the Brawl. And then they get a 2/2 black zombie creature for the Kalitas. They play the castle, 1 card in hand. Ooh, eliminate. So now they can plus the Liliana. Discard the Ketria Triome. They're attacking here for 5. That would put me to 9. So they're representing lethal next turn as well. Yeah, I'm going to go to 9. They choose not to attack with the Mutavault, which is a little bit weird. So they're leaving up, making the Kalitas bigger, but I think that they were supposed to just attack with a copy of Mutavault. Read you another copy of Stage. Pretty sure I'm just dead. Pass the turn. I'm at 9. They have 7 damage on board. Yeah, there's nothing I can do here. Maybe I tried to go a little bit too early with the pour over pages, but based on what I drew, it just didn't even matter. I was really hoping to hit some more copies of Hidden Strings to become plus mana, or maybe even draw into more Grazers, because then I could put an extra Lotus Field into play, and none of those things happened, unfortunately. We're definitely interested in the Leyline of Sanctities here. I guess I could try bringing in a Sheoldred. That's 4 cards coming in, and I think we just take the Grazers right out of the deck. We don't need those. And now we have a Sheoldred in the main deck to see how that benefits us. Game 2, on the play. This is better than our previous hand. Keep. We have the spare Lotus Field. We don't have Leyline. I know that we boarded them in. I don't really love over-mulliganing to Leyline in general. Some people do. I think that you should just keep hands that function. Turn 1 swamp into Thoughtseize. You got it. They take Impulse. Interesting. Okay. Draw. Another Malaged recovery. Wonderful. So we did need another land because I could have played the Thespian stage there, and that would have been fine enough. But I don't want to have to sacrifice the Thespian stage to the Lotus Field. So by drawing a land here, I get everything I want. And another copy of Thoughtseize. Okay. I think here they're supposed to take the Pore over the Hidden Strings, but let's see what they choose. They agree. Okay, Crypt Breaker. Draw. Vizier, that's fine. Sacrifice these 2 lands. Pass the turn. Graveyard Trespasser, sure. They get to attack for 1, and I'll fall to 19. Draw. I mean, I think it's pretty free here to cycle the Vizier, because if I hit a draw spell or an action spell, we could try to win the game. And if we don't, I don't feel like I'm actually losing much. Leyline. Pass the turn. Thoughtseize number 3, and they get to see that we drew Leyline to Sanctity. A little bit embarrassing. And they choose the Leyline. Okay. They play a Reaver. So now they can draw cards off the Crypt Breaker if they want. So they're definitely attacking with this. The question is, do they attack with a Crypt Breaker too? The answer is yes. Peer into the Abyss or Wish both win off the top of the deck. And I have 7 of those. 3 more copies of... what is it called? Pore pages and 3 more copies of Impulse. So I have a lot of hits. There's step 1. 4 over pages. That's not great. We'll discard this extra Lotus Field. Play the Brawl, the one that complies. Tap this for a green. We'll cast Sylvan Scrying. We're going to go grab a Cycle Land here, try to spike another action spell. Cycle the Triome. Womp womp. That's the turn. They play the 4th land. Still 2 cards in hand. Fatal Push my Brawl. Little do they know that I have the 2nd wizard in my hand. If they activate the Mutavault and attack, that would be 3, 4, 7, 8 damage. They plus Lily. Goodbye, Boseiju. Should it be the Boseiju or should it be Hidden Strings? I need to think about this. So if I kill Brawl, or I'm sorry, kill the Mutavault, they're attacking me for 6 right now. And then 8 next turn. This could actually come up as being relevant. Alright, I'm going to discard a Hidden Strings. It's worse if I draw exactly Wish, but I think if I draw Wish, I can get Leer and win anyway. So we're taking 6 here, going to 8 life. Come on, deck, please. Gotta be kidding me. Let's try it again, I guess. Play Brawl. Cast the Sylvan Scrying. Get the Triumph. So I'm actually facing lethal here, so I need to cast the Hidden Strings to keep my options open. Yes. Because if I just cycle this, they minus the Liliana and then attack me for 8 next turn for exactly lethal. So let's cycle the Ketria Triome. Jeez. Pretty sure I'm dead now. Alright, let's cycle this. Kill the Mutavault. Not the way we wanted this to go. They drew a castle. Okay. They draw a card immediately, looking for a Fatal Push. They kill the Brawl. Dread Wanderer. Okay. I think I'm likely just dead here. I mean, ooh, they lost. That's interesting. I don't know if that actually changes anything, but I guess we'll find out. Pure would win off the top. Wish would not. I guess with that Pure, I'd have to draw the 4th copy of Hidden Strings. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't actually win. We've used 3 copies of Hidden Strings so far. Block the Crypt Breaker. And take 5 down to 3 life. Come on, pour over pages? Nope. Lotus Field number 3. Bummer. Okay, so we are dead. That was match number 1. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Let's try to bounce back from that. That was a brutal round 1, but I believe in us. We can get some wins here. Sure, this hand is very reasonable. Keep. We were never even close to casting Sheoldred in that first game. Yikes. Come to think of it. So, we do have the Grazer. Ooh, we're facing a tough matchup here. I think we're supposed to just go get Lotus Field. So this Layer the Hydra likely means that they're on the mono green ramp deck, which plays Karn into Damping Sphere, which is just terrible for us. Yeah. Maybe they're not the deck I thought they were. I hope not. Play the Grazer. Play the Lotus Field. Stage. Pass the churn. I thought that they were going to be the mono green ramp deck. This might just be Pioneer Elves. That's another Elvish War Master. Sure thing. It is in fact Elves. Draw. I think we just copy the Lotus Field here and pass the turn. Next turn we just have the wind set up as long as we aren't being discarded or something. We have successfully made another copy of Lotus Field. We will pass the turn. So 7 lands in play. We need 9 mana for Peer into the Abyss. We could play a Thespian Stage untapped, and then we have Vizier for mana number 9. 4 mana Collected Company. Classic Elves card. And they grab 2 of the new Lord. Seems pretty sweet. Yeah, elf it up. Sure, let's block. Save a little bit of damage, and then we can show our opponent what drawing cards looks like. Okay, play the stage. Let's tap this for a colorless blue. Cycle the Vizier. Untap Lotus Field. Draw. Let's cast the Pore first. You're technically drawing less cards off Pier this way, but you have more floating mana. Discard Grazer. Peer into the Abyss for 22 cards. Love to see it. So let's cycle this Vizier. Untap. Draw. Cycle the Vizier. Untap Lotus Field. Draw. Have I found the Baral yet? We have. Okay. Play Baral. We're going to make a lot of mana with Hidden Strings. Yes, yes, no. Oh, they conceded? No! Oh, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. I couldn't even get to win. I wanted to Sheoldred someone. How dare you deny me of that? Alright. So they are a deck that is splashing black, which means that they could have Thoughtseize on the board. Do we want to bring in Grazer specifically for that? My gut says no. I'm going to resubmit, I think. Just leave the deck as it was. You could boarding the March. I think we just want to leave it as is. No access to Lotus Field or Stage. Mulligan. Alright, going to 5. Good. We'll bottom the Wish and Vizier. Overgrown Tomb. Thoughtseize. Okay. Play the Battle, get Recovery, pass the turn. Elvish Clan Caller. We drew another copy of Scrying. I guess it's the first copy, but it gets another land. We don't actually need either of these, so I wonder if you're supposed to just like get a Beseiju to protect yourself from something like Damping Sphere. 3 mana. Realm Walker. Okay. Yep, we'll take 1. 19. Draw. That was decent. Play the Grazer. Lotus Field enters the battlefield. Sacrifice. So I guess if we draw like a Pour Over Pages, there's a chance I could win on our turn. Pretty unlikely though. Llanowar Elves. Gwynen's Elite. I'll just block the Clan Caller. We're at 16. Nykthos. Sure thing. Draw. I guess I can play another blocker. I need to draw an action spell, though. Grazer. I could play the Beseiju, but I think we're supposed to just hold it. They activate Nykthos for 5 mana. 6 mana, and they activate the Clan Caller. They grab another copy of it. Okay. They have 1 card in hand. This is for 14. Guess it's pretty free to block here because I'm dead next turn I'm dead next turn anyway, so let's just try to draw an action spell here. Please? Never. Okay. Why does this deck feel like there's no action spells in it tonight? I don't love this. All we did was change some lands around. I've never really had this issue previously. Let's click submit. Game 3 on the play. So the Wish theoretically represents the Lotus Field. It's just incredibly slow. We don't have a red source. I'm going to mulligan. This is pretty good. Keep, get rid of the Wish. Sanctum pass. Overgrown Tomb. Not Thoughtseize, thank you. Let's go get that copy of Lotus Field. Pass the turn. Dominaria Elves. Elvish Mystic. Play Impulse. Take the Pier. Lotus Field. And pass the turn. Nykthos. It's a break even on mana right now. War Master, and now they can tap the Nykthos to make a mana. So they can get 4 out of this. Dwynen's Elite, sure thing. Okay, they have a lot of power. Draw. Have this for green. Play the stage. Copy Lotus Field, and then make a blocker. We have to be able to untap in order to win. I don't have any lands to put onto the table. So 2, 4, 6, 9, 12, 16, 17 damage. So they'd have to clear my blocker and find 3 more damage to deal lethal. Alternatively, I can't think of the name of it. The black-green elf that when it enters, I lose a life for each elf they control. That would actually kill me here. They make 7 mana. They play a Visionary. Okay. Steel Leaf Champion. Ooh. What a brutal last card. Wow. That's devastating. They take Hidden Strings. I don't know if I can do this now. Might as well block something with 4 power. I'm dead next turn anyway. We're at 5. Another Grazer. Damn it. So I can bail to get back Hidden Strings. And that makes 1 mana. So this brings me up to 6. Yes, yes, no. So then Pier brings me up to 7 and I have a land drop. But you need 9 in order to win. This is not going to work. Hidden Strings. Oh wait, does this work? Yeah, this wins. I'm glad I went through it. I could have just conceded, but we have 1 floating here and I have a land drop. Alright, play an untapped land. Cycle Vizier. Wow, even with the Thoughtseize, we were fortunate enough to win. Cycle the Vizier. Okay, draw. Do I have a Brawl in here? No Brawl. Okay, Hidden Strings. Yes, yes, no. Let's cast Pore over Pages. And they conceded. Darn, I do not get to play Sheoldred. I'm sorry, but hey, we did get a match win. I'll take those. 1-1, 3 matches left to go. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/decklist. Alright, match 3, we're on the draw. Keep. We have Wish to go grab Lotus Field, we have a Thespian Stage, we have Action Spell, we have the Hidden Strings. This hand is terrific. Mountain. Uh-oh. Grazer? No Grazer. The one downside of this hand is it is a hair slow. This would have been an amazing hand in either of the first 2 matches, but here we're facing Mono Red. I'm a little worried. Okay, and they're stopping me, so I'll go to 16. Play the Beseiju, cast Impulse, pick up a Grazer, pass the turn, and land 3. They played the Bone Crusher. Alright, we're at 15. They have 2 cards in hand. They must have mulliganed pretty low. We draw a Scrying. Let's cast this Scrying. We'll go grab the Lotus Field. And then we're able to play the Grazer and accelerate into the Lotus Field. I believe we just have a natural turn 4. Pass the turn. Feeling pretty good about this at the moment. They'll come crashing in. We'll block the Bone Crusher. Take 1. Rampaging for Ostodon. Well, you can rampage all you want because I think you're dead. Okay. Tap for blue. Copy the Lotus Field. Cycle the Vizier. Untap Lotus Field. Draw. Brawl, the one who complies. Perfect card. We'll take 1. Hidden Strings. Yes, no. Okay. Another Hidden Strings. Yes, no. Play the Pore over pages because it actually makes mana here. When you have Brawl, Pore actually makes 2 mana, assuming that you have 2 copies of Lotus Field. Discard this extra Lotus Field. Why not? Let's lose some more life. Let's play a Leer. Okay. Hidden Strings, and the opponent just conceded. I am never going to get to play Sheoldred, am I? Alright, well, we stole game number 1 from Mono Red. We definitely want these marches. Probably board out the Leer. I think it's a little slow in this matchup, and you're not actually allowed to completely board out Peer into the Abyss when you're win condition to Sheoldred, so we need to keep one of those in. Game 2, we have March of Swirling Mist, which is great. We're lacking a Lotus Field. I think I'm going to try this anyway. We have some draws to get there. We have a red source in case we draw Wish. We have 8 cards other than Lotus Field. We actually have 11 hits. Alright, I'm going to hold on to the Triumph now that I drew the Mana Confluence, because we could cycle this potentially looking to draw into a card we need. Eidolon. I do have Beseiju for that. Draw. Brawl. Just pass the turn. And they're going to get in. Might as well just Beseiju them now. Save a little bit of damage. Okay, we'll take 1 and go to 18 life. Another Eidolon. That's not very nice. Play the stage. Brawl. Pass the turn. Lightning Strike. Yep, that happens. And a Stomp. I could march here. I'm not going to. I'd rather just go to 9. Razor. Alright, pass. And they're just attacking here. And I will pay for it the hard way. By casting it for 4, it should save me 2 damage. I mean, I'm taking 1 for the mana confluence, so I save 1 overall, but... A Frostodon, sure. Lotus Field. It's a Lotus Field, but it's a really slow Lotus Field. I am dead. Alright, next game. Wonder if we want to try boarding in the Sheoldreds here. Let's try taking out Brawl. I think I'm down for this. Let's see how it goes. Yes, I'd like to be on the play. We have the Praetor herself. The issue here is I don't have a Lotus Field. I'm going to try it. If we draw a field, we can accelerate into her. I just don't know how good that's going to be. Play the Catcher, Triumph, pass. Mountain into Soulscar Mage, draw. Play Triumph. Pass the turn. Land 2 into Eidolon, classic. Draw. Sanctum, pass. They're just attacking. I'm going to cycle this Vizier. Untap. Draw. Sylvan Scrying, okay. Kill the Eidolon. Give them land number 4. They have 4 cards in hand at the moment. We'll take 1, going to 18. Play with fire. We put the card on the bottom. Bone Crusher. Scrying. Grab the field. Play it. I'm a mana short of untapping it here. We just have to pass. Okay, they make a couple of 1/1s. I'm at 8. That's a bummer. Guess I play the stage. Tap this for black. Sheoldred. They have 2 cards. Though the issue here is that Soulscar, if they have burn spells, makes the Sheoldred actually smaller. Torbrand. So all red creatures deal 2+. Does that kill me here? I believe it does. So if I block the Bone Crusher, I still take 9. Yeah, I'm just dead. There's no way around this. Sheoldred actually wasn't good enough here. So I'll take... Did I miscount? Oh, these are colorless. So if I block this... So let's say I block the Soulscar instead. That would have been 6, 8. I was at 8. So maybe I had to make that block anyway. Come on, deck, please, 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 please. Nope. I guess I can still kill myself with dignity, though. Let's tap this for a blue. Hidden Strings. So right there, Sheoldred was not that impressive. I'll say that. Like, we boarded her in because she's supposed to be good against aggro decks. And that was not the case. Hidden Strings, Hidden Strings. Yes. And then tap for a mana. We did it. Alright, we are now 1 and 2. Really, though, like, Sheoldred, like, everyone's like, she's so good against aggro decks, you should be playing it. We just played it and died. It's so hard to actually draw cards in this deck because you only have 2 cards that actually draw cards. You have 4 copies of Peer into the Abyss. I'm sorry, 4 copies of Pore Over Pages, and then 3 copies of main deck Peer into the Abyss with the wish for a 4th. So, I was not impressed here, but it's only a small sample size. It's like 1 case of actually drawing the card. Let's see if the other 2 matches fare a little bit better. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Let's bounce back, match number 4. Triple Pore, huh? I can't believe I'm even considering keeping this. We have Lotus Field Stage. You know what? Let's do it for the memes. We'll keep. Plan go. What could possibly go wrong? Come on. Yavimaya Coast. Lear. Welcome to the party. Play Sylvan Scrying. Go grab a Lotus Field, pass the turn. Need to draw Hidden Strings immediately. Ottawa, are you playing Lotus Field as well? Would appear so. They are. This hand might be a little too slow in the mirror. They reveal a Thespian Stage. Vizier was a fine draw there. They also have the Lotus Field. So they're floating 2 mana. What will you cast after? Another Scrying. We already know that they have a stage in hand, so this Scrying doesn't really matter. They pick up another. I think you're actually supposed to grab a Seiju there. Not that it really matters all that much, but small advantage. One of the things about the list recently was about a month ago, I ended up cutting Alpine Moon because the Lotus Field mirror ended up going down a lot. There was a set release and Lotus Field just like wasn't quite as good anymore, so I ended up cutting the Alpine Moon. Obviously here I'd want the Alpine Moon, but this is the first time I've played Pioneer where I've wanted it in like 2-3 months. The card never really came up all that often. There's a possibility that we're dead here. Alright, so they're tapping their lands for 4 mana. They're copying 2 blue floating, so if they have Hidden Strings, they can cast it here. They cycle a Vizier, sure thing. And they pass the turn. Alright, deck, let's see it. That was not what we wanted. Cycle Vizier. This will give us mana number 7, but we need more than that. We need 9 in order to win with Pore. Draw. So this is 7, 8. 8 is not enough to win. Our sideboard does not interact with the opponent. I mean, I could play Sheoldred, but who cares? So I guess this is a spot where the ultimatum list might have won. I think it probably would have if these were ultimatums. It doesn't come up that often for me, but this is definitely a spot where it didn't matter. Play Sheoldred, I guess. Pass the turn. There's also, our opponent did have an untapped land, so I think it's worth noting. Yes, ultimatum could have won there. It's entirely possible and very likely to have happened. That said, if they were holding open Beseiju, which maybe they did untap Lotus Field for that reason, that would have stopped us cold as well. And that's really the reason I'm not a big fan of the ultimatum list, is how well Beseiju just beats that deck. Growth Spiral, okay. Sheoldred. Anticipate. That's an odd one. Might be on an older list. Without Impulse. Hidden Strings. 4 over pages, so they'll lose 6 and I'll gain... Oh, no, I don't gain 6, they just lose 6. My bad. Misspoke. Opponent is at 8, so they can cast another Pore over pages and not have it matter. And the opponent just conceded, so Sheoldred actually got the job done. I feel like I was fortunate to win that one. I don't feel like I really deserved it. So let's bring in the Thought Distortions. Take out these Grazer. Grazer is actually pretty good in the mirror because it allows you to catch up quickly. I feel like a Leer can probably go. Let's leave one Thought Distortion for Wish. Let's try this out. Double Lotus Field. Like, part of me thinks this hand might be too slow. Like, it's crazy. I'm gonna mulligan this. This hand is fine. Bottom. Adawara? Opponent going to 5. Beseju Who Endures. They pass. Alright, we drew another Sanctum, play a Grazer. Put another Sanctum into play. Pass the turn. Thespian Stage. Sylvan's Crying, you got it. They do find the Lotus Field. Draw. Thought Distortion. We would also like to find a Lotus Field immediately right now. Alright, let's cast Impulse. Do I take the Mana Confluence? Or do I take the Vizier? I think it's just supposed to be the Vizier. Taking Mana Confluence is not a great plan. Like, yeah, you can play it and then copy it with Thespian Stage to make double black, but it feels like a pipe dream. I don't want to be doing that garbage. They play the Lotus Field, floating 2 mana. They sacrifice stage. Are they going to scrying for another stage? No. Okay. Hidden Strings. We just have to pass the turn here. Can't really do a whole lot else. 3 blue. Shimmer. What an odd list. They're playing Anticipate and Shimmer. They're just passing. I guess I could copy my Botanical Sanctum, but I'm lazy. I'm not going to do that. Another Grazer. Ugh. Alright. I'm going to cycle. And tap. Draw. Pass the turn. Stage. You got it. They're attempting to copy. Destroy the stage. They will get a land out of their deck. Assuming that they have one. Basic Island. Sure thing. So they're untapping the Thespian Stage. I'll put this Lotus Field on the stack. Or, I'm sorry, this Thespian Stage on the stack. Draw for turn. Another stage. Ay, ay, ay. Just pass the turn here. One thing we can do, though, is we can copy the basic island, so that way when I copy with Thespian Stage, they can't actually Beseju it. Shimmer. I'm looking a lot more silly now for not taking the whatever it's called. Mana Confluence, because I could actually hardcast it shortly if I had the Thought Distortion, that is. Hidden Strings. Okay, they're going for it. 4 mana. Another Hidden Strings. Okay. They're up to 6 mana now. You can have a Pore over Pages. They discard another copy of Lotus Field. They have found another stage. 6 mana for a Grazer. You got it. Interesting. I could try to test them right here and find out if they had another have another basic. This is a little bit greedy, but let's do it. So the other option of not casting or not using the Beseiju here is if they're on an ultimatum list and they do have two basics or two basic land types, I'll say. So, oh, I was supposed to copy theirs. That was a mistake. Was to hold it for the ultimatum, but I'm not actually convinced that they're playing ultimatum based on what we've seen so far. Like, how do they have room for anticipate and shimmers and a bunch of other stuff? Like, I don't think they're actually playing it. And here they play a Fae of Wishes / Granted, so I'm pretty convinced they're on a very old list. They choose Needle. I will make a copy of Botanical Sanctum. This plays around the Needle quite well. They have one card in hand. So I'm not even sure how good this Thought Distortion is anymore. Draw. Wish. So we need a red source. We're awkwardly going to pass the turn. This deck has felt very odd tonight. Also getting punished once again for not taking the Mana Confluence earlier in this game. They play a Fae of Wishes, 2 cards in hand. And they're just passing. There we go. Lotus Field. Pass the turn. There's no point to even accelerating into Thought Distortion because of this Fae of Wishes. They could just discard the last 2 cards they had in hand and return Fae. Like, it just doesn't make sense to make that line. I will take 1. 19. Okay, we will make a copy of Lotus Field. Nice Needle. I mean, I could Wish here. I don't think Wish actually... I mean, I'm sorry. I was going to say we could Thought Distortion here. I'm not sure how good that actually is, though. If I Wish, I can cast Pore, I believe. So we have 8 mana. This is +4. So that brings you up to 12. That's plenty to win. Let's just start on playing Wish. And that immediately resolved. Wow. Okay. Yes, yes, no. Black. Black. You're into the abyss. Let's cycle a Vizier of the Tumbling Sands. Untap Lotus Field. Looks like we have a couple more Viziers over here. Untap some more lands. Alright, so now we have 2 untapped copies of Lotus Field. Brawl, Chief of Compliance. You must comply. Hidden Strings. Okay, so that's resolved. Any more strings? No more strings. Let's pour. Okay, discard this. Why not? Thought Distortion. Let's see what you're working with over there. Mystical Dispute. They actually could have countered my Pore. That's on them, I guess. Pour over pages. Untap, untap. Play Wish. Into Leer. Which allows me to play Hidden Strings out of my graveyard, because I'm a little bit light on mana. Put the Hidden Strings on the Leer, I guess. Now we can barely get back a Hidden Strings. This makes a bunch of mana. That's the point of doing it. It's not... You make more mana if you do this than you would just flashing it back. Hidden Strings. Yes, yes, no. All right, let's make a couple more mana. 4, 9 cards left in deck. We'll cast Wish. Let's play Sheoldred. And now we peer into the abyss, targeting the opponent. We're actually going to get to do this. I can't believe it. Alright, we have peered our opponent, and now all of these triggers will resolve. We've successfully done the thing. I can't believe it. Alright. I believe that's the match. It was the match. How crazy is that? Okay, match 4 is over. Round number 5 coming up. Let's see if we can get our money back. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. The 5th and final round, we are on the play with Sheoldred Lotus Combo. No, sorry. I guess so. I don't know if we're actually supposed to keep this. We have access to Lotus Field via Wish, but it seems kind of slow. Opponent also mulliganed. Overgrown Tomb. Draw. Pass the turn. Okay, so they're probably Abzan Greasefang. We're supposed to play Vizier here, because it allows us to wish into Lotus Field and untap it next turn. And we sort of get like a pseudo second Lotus Field. I don't think it's that great, but it's an option. Grizzly Salvage. They hit Greasefang, but no vehicle to the graveyard. Whatever they're doing does not cast Greasefang. Raffine's Informant. So they get to connive. And there's a vehicle. Draw. Let's go get Lotus Field, I guess. Wish. Play the field. When it enters or attack, so no matter what, my Vizier is going to die here. That's kind of unfortunate. I guess I might as well try to advance my game plan a little bit. Hidden Strings, untap these. Yes, yes, no. Tap for 3 mana. Untap the Lotus Field. Tap for some more mana. 4 over pages. Clear. I can try to trick them, maybe. Maybe that's just the move. Alright. Whoa. Hold on. I have a Hidden Strings in here. Untap. I wasn't actually... Oh, never mind. I can't cast that. Okay, my bad. Not all cards work like Besage. That's the real message here. So they get to put Greasefang into play. Sky Sovereign will come back. And when they do that, I can target the Sky Sovereign before it can attack. What do they choose with the Sky Sovereign? They're going to pick off the Vizier. I am genuinely surprised by that. I guess I'll take 9 here. They did not fall for my trick. I was really hoping they would, and I would get to keep the Vizier. Sort of a bummer. Okay. Draw. Adawara. Let's Hidden Strings. Yes, yes, and yes. So I actually get an extra Hidden Strings here because they attacked out. So I'll be able to attack with the Leer and, you know, get another Hidden Strings. I don't know words. I'm just trying to talk here while I play Magic. 4 over pages. We hit Pier. That's good. Little scrying. I think we've got it now. So we'll play the stage. copy the Lotus Field, go to combat, and then show them what Lear does. Hiya! The hidden mode on hidden strings. We will now cipher, we've already ciphered. We are using the cipher ability to untap our lands. And now we can cast Pore Over Pages again. And then we can immediately flash it back with Lear as well. So it's +2 mana. Discard this. Don't know why I'm tapping for green. That doesn't make any sense. And we'll Pore again. Discard this. 2 floating mana. Here into the Abyss. We did it! There's some Viziers. Cycle. Untap. Draw. Make some more mana. Cycle. Untap. Draw. Play Brawl. Chief of Compliance. Hidden Strings. Yes, yes, no. Hidden Strings. Yes, yes, no. Red. Black. For some reason that didn't actually tap for red. Play the Wish. Get our friend Sheoldred. Hidden Strings, untap, untap. Yes, yes, no. Tap for black. Target you with Peer into the Abyss. We did it. We've Sheoldredded somebody twice in this league. How about that? Love it. Going to sideboarding, do we want to change anything versus Abzan Greasefang? I feel like we can board down to 2 Grazer, and let's bring in the Ley Lines. They are a Thoughtseize deck. I actually think Lear's decent against them. Maybe board out a Balaged? Most lists only play 3 anyway. Let's try this out. I like some number of Grazer just because they're a blocker. This is fine. So with having Brawl in hand, we're able to play Wish on turn 3 to give us Lotus Field. So we're a little bit faster. Here was a decent draw. We're really looking at this point to just draw into Hidden Strings. Okay. Ouch. Play Brawl. Pass the turn. End step, they'll cast the Grizzly Salvage. Surprise, surprise. Yep. They milled the Thoughtseize. Alright, so they took the Boseiju and then played it. There's an old Greasefang. We drew the Hidden Strings. What a lucky draw. Play Wish. And get the Lotus Field. Pass the turn. 2 green. Satyr Wayfinder. They whiffed on a vehicle there as well. They play Temple Garden. 2 more mana. Can't stay away on the Rafine's Informant. And there's the Parhelion. Okay. Are you challenging me to win on turn 4? Because I'll do it. Wait, what? Do I have to block here? Ooh, because this crewed. Alright, so this is 8 plus 5 is 13, 17. So I go to 1? I'm going to 1, but I can't cast Peer into the Abyss. Alright, this is going to be tough. I mean, it's not impossible, it's just going to be tough. Hidden Strings. Yes, yes, no. Blue. Impulse. So if I take the Balaged Recovery, I can get back Hidden Strings. How much mana does that make? So basically, the Lotus Field would be tapped. And I'd have 8 mana. 8 mana allows me to go Wish into Leer. Alright, I think this is actually the better line. Alright, we will cast Belagad. Getting back Hidden Strings. Okay. Yes, yes, no. Tap for red. Play Wish. Blue. Play the Leer. Now I can Hidden Strings. Yes, yes. So I might as well Cypher here because it would get exiled anyway. Alright, we're at 1. Impulse. We found Hidden Strings. That was really good. They might actually do it here. Hidden Strings. Alright, so now we can cast the Wish. Black. Sheoldred. Hidden Strings. We did it. Wow, this was a cool one. This felt a little bit like playing Ant and Legacy. And now we peer them. They just conceded. But we got it. That was a sweet one. I hope you all enjoyed it. I don't know if Sheoldred is actually better than niv-mizzet, but that was awesome. I had a lot of fun. Do I think that this is better? Probably not. Maybe you could play a 1-1 split. If you were dead set on playing Sheoldred, like you just had to play it no matter what, I think that you would probably play a 1-1 split with niv-mizzet. That said, I don't know if I really see the benefits to playing a 1-1 split. You could try to sell it to me in the comments, but I think just having something better in the matchups like Spirits would go a lot further. I'm open to being wrong. I'm open to criticism. So if you have those things, put them down below in the comments. I do read and respond to everything. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Keep storming and have a great day. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.